We're counting down 25 verified accounts of animals that stepped between a human and death. From household pets detecting invisible dangers, to wartime pigeons flying wounded through enemy fire, to wild predators making choices no biologist can fully explain, each story is ranked by the directness of the intervention, the severity of the threat, and the strength of the evidence behind it. Some of these animals were rigorously trained for crisis. Others acted on something science still struggles to name. Number 25 starts with a house cat and a danger no one in the room could smell. In the 25th place, Ohio resident David Ketchkes faced an invisible, deadly danger inside his home, a rising carbon monoxide leak. His indoor cat, Boo, began vocalizing persistently throughout the night, emitting loud, frantic meows that eventually drew the family's attention and prompted an immediate evacuation before the situation became fatal. Local news outlet KTVU reported the rescue, but the underlying biology remains unproven. Carbon monoxide is entirely odorless. Boo was likely responding to a sounding detector alarm, the physical distress of his owners, or some other environmental disturbance rather than directly smelling the toxic gas. Number 24. In August 2016, a toddler in rural Sevier County, Tennessee, wandered dangerously close to a venomous snake. Suddenly, the family dog, Shiloh, leaped between them, confronting the reptile and physically pulling the child away, while barking to alert the parents. While exact injury details remain limited, animal behaviorists suggest Shiloh's swift intervention was likely triggered by the snake's sudden movement, threat proximity, or the toddler's vocal distress, showing how a domestic dog's protective reflexes can instantly override its own safety to shield a vulnerable companion. In the 23rd place, an outdoor fall on New Year's Eve in Petoskey, Michigan, left a homeowner paralyzed in the snow with a severe neck injury. As temperatures plummeted to negative 24 degrees Fahrenheit, his golden retriever, Kelsey, intervened. For nearly 20 hours, Kelsey lay across him to prevent hypothermia, licked his face to keep him awake, and barked to summon help. In canid biology, huddling transfers vital body heat through social thermoregulation, while repetitive barking serves as an alarm. CBS News and People reported that the owner survived, illustrating how a pet's protective instinct can preserve human life. Number 22. In 2018, an Arizona woman walking her dog suddenly stumbled upon a coiled rattlesnake. Before the snake could strike her leg, her rescue dog, Todd, lunged forward, using his own head as a shield. The viper bit Todd directly in the face, allowing his owner to escape unharmed. Todd required immediate veterinary treatment with antivenom but recovered fully, later earning public honors at an Arizona Diamondbacks game. While the action appears sacrificial, animal behaviorists suggest such interposition is driven by threat orientation, territorial defense, and acute social attachment. In the 21st place, British military forces operating in Afghanistan relied on a German short-haired pointer named Hertz to neutralize covert communication threats. While patrolling search areas, Hertz successfully detected concealed electronic equipment, locating hidden mobile phones, active SIM cards, and GPS devices. This preventative detection bolstered operational security, preventing critical data leaks and ultimately earning him the PDSA Dickin Medal. According to Guinness World Records, this work had an indirect but vital life-saving impact. Behaviorists explain this ability as scent association training, where a dog identifies the volatile organic compounds of industrial metals and receives rewards for alerting handlers. Number 20. In the United Kingdom, a disabled veteran relied on a service Labrador named Endal for daily mobility support. When the veteran suffered a sudden fall and lost consciousness, Endal did not panic. The dog immediately retrieved a medication pouch from a nearby shelf, pulled a blanket over his handler, and used his nose to press the home's emergency call button. This reliable rescue reflects behavioral shaping, repetition, and positive reinforcement. Through consistent practice, Endal gained extreme familiarity with his handler's daily routines, earning the prestigious PDSA Gold Medal. In the 19th place, an RAF aircrew ditched in the North Sea during an October 1943 storm. With their radio dead, they released a homing pigeon named White Vision. Facing heavy headwinds and thick mist, the bird flew over 60 miles of open ocean. After 9 hours of grueling flight, she reached her loft in Scotland, delivering the emergency message that allowed rescuers to locate the stranded crew. Biologists explain this homing ability through magnetic sensitivity, solar cues, and visual landmarks, which allowed the bird to navigate through zero visibility conditions. Number 18. In February 1942, an RAF Beaufort bomber ditched in the freezing North Sea. With their radio destroyed, the crew released their carrier pigeon, Winkie, into the storm. The bird flew a grueling 120 miles back to her loft in Scotland, arriving exhausted and covered in aircraft oil. Rescuers could not read a written message, but they analyzed Winkie's arrival time, flight speed, and the oil on her feathers to calculate the crash coordinates. Search planes located the crew within 15 minutes, making Winkie the very first recipient of the PDSA Dickin Medal. In the 17th place, nearly 200 American soldiers were trapped behind enemy lines in October 1918, facing deadly barrage fire from their own artillery. Their last hope was a homing pigeon named Cher Ami. Despite being shot through the breast and losing a leg, the bird took flight and successfully carried the coordinates back to headquarters. The shelling stopped, saving the surviving men. Biologists attribute this survival to a powerful homing drive, where strongly ingrained directional instincts compel a bird to return to its loft, despite sustaining severe, life-threatening physical trauma. Number 16. In May 1990, a violent confrontation erupted in Leicestershire, England, where a suspect brandishing a butcher's knife threatened both officers and civilians. Leicestershire police deployed Bulla, a German shepherd, to disarm the attacker. Bulla lunged forward to apprehend the suspect, but sustained a fatal stab wound through his neck and into his heart, dying at the scene. Posthumously awarded the PDSA Gold Medal, Bulla's action reflects specialized training, handler direction, and a rapid canine response to close-range physical aggression, where learned service behaviors override immediate self-preservation. In the 15th place, during a tense armed siege in London, Metropolitan Police officers confronted a barricaded suspect wielding a knife. Handlers deployed Monty, a German shepherd, directly into the danger zone. Monty lunged forward, physically engaging and neutralizing the armed threat, which allowed officers to safely disarm the suspect. For this bravery, Monty was awarded the PDSA Gold Medal in November 2002. Rather than reacting with uncontrolled rage, trained police dogs operate through systematic operant conditioning, channeling controlled aggression and executing precise tactical responses in direct coordination with their handlers' cues. Number 14. In Afghanistan, British military forces deployed alongside an English Springer Spaniel named Theo to detect hidden threats. During his operational deployment between 2010 and 2011, Theo searched patrol paths, using his nose to locate concealed improvised explosive devices. His alerts uncovered 15 roadside bombs and weapons caches, allowing engineers to neutralize the hazards before soldiers stepped into danger. Biologists explain this performance as trained scent discrimination. Through rigorous operant conditioning, Theo learned to isolate the specific chemical compounds of military-grade explosives from complex environmental odors, translating his natural search instincts into life-saving precision. In the 13th place, during the Allied assault on Walcheren in November 1944, J.P. Stone was thrown into the freezing sea when a landing craft capsized under heavy shell fire. His military patrol dog, an Alsatian named Rifleman Khan, swam through the explosive churned waters, located his struggling companion in the dark, and pulled him to the safety of the shore. Stone survived the immediate drowning risk. This rescue reflects advanced retrieval conditioning and canid social bonds, where intensive military training overrides the survival instinct to flee loud combat noises and freezing water. Number 12. In 1945, a bombed air raid shelter in London filled with choking smoke, trapping civilians in total darkness. Rescuers could not see, but an Alsatian named Thorn navigated the toxic haze. Relying on scent and sound, the dog located casualties trapped in the debris, directing human teams straight to the survivors. While smoke inhalation presents a lethal hazard to dogs, canine olfaction functions independently of light. A dog's nasal passages can filter some particulates, allowing them to track the volatile organic compounds of human breath and perspiration, even when human eyes are completely blinded by thick, heavy smoke. In the 11th place, during the intense London Blitz, an Alsatian named Irma patrolled the city's ruined neighborhoods. Sifting through collapsed brickwork and choking dust, Irma froze, detecting signs of life buried far beneath a mountain of rubble. Her persistent scratches and barks guided rescue teams to survivors trapped in the darkness. The official Dicken Memorial Hospital record credits Irma with helping locate 191 people. Behaviorists explain that search dogs use scent association to isolate volatile compounds from human breath, successfully filtering out competing odors like soot, gas, and decay to locate living victims. Number 10. During military deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, the U.S. Marine Corps relied on an off-leash detection dog named Lucca to lead patrols through hostile territory. Over 6 years, she led 400 patrols, systematically searching routes for hidden explosives until a roadside bomb detonated nearby in 2012, costing Lucca her leg, but sparing her team. This performance combines intensive odor training with precise handler communication, where a dog translates air currents into physical warnings. Lucca's operational discipline prevented any human casualties on her patrols, earning her the PDSA Dicken Medal in 2016. In the 9th place, during the intense London Blitz of 1940, a stray terrier mix named Rip was found digging through rubble in Poplar. The Air Raid Precautions Service adopted him, and he immediately began sifting through collapsed buildings to locate survivors trapped deep beneath the wreckage. Over 12 months, Rip successfully found and helped save more than 100 people, a historic total verified by official PDSA records when he received the Dicken Medal in 1945. Biologists explain that his tracking success relied on acute canine olfaction, where search persistence is reinforced by human handlers to isolate human scent amid thick dust. Number 8. Following the September 11th attacks, Canadian police officer James Symington deployed to Ground Zero with his German Shepherd Trakr. Searching the unstable World Trade Center rubble, Trakr caught a scent, pawed the debris, and barked, signaling rescuers to dig 30 feet down. There, they found Port Authority employee Janelle Guzman-McMillan, who had been trapped for 27 hours. She was rescued alive as the last survivor. Biologists note that canine search behavior relies on detecting volatile compounds from human breath, while human handlers interpret these behavioral alerts to make final rescue decisions. In 7th place in 2014, long-distance swimmer Adam Walker was crossing New Zealand's Cook Strait when a great white shark began shadowing him from below. Suddenly, a pod of dolphins materialized, forming a tight, protective ring directly around Walker and maintaining this barrier for over an hour. This buffer remained intact until the predator departed, allowing Walker to complete his crossing safely. While a global news report captured the dramatic encounter, marine biologists suggest this wasn't conscious altruism. Instead, dolphins utilize coordinated group structures for defense, reflexively extending these social, protective formations around vulnerable mammals within their territory. Number 6. In 2007, surfer Todd Endris was attacked by a great white shark near Marina State Beach, California. As he struggled to survive the initial strikes, a pod of bottlenose dolphins reportedly arrived, forming a protective ring around him until he could catch a wave back to shore. While Endris credited the animals with saving his life, biologists offer a more cautious interpretation. The dolphins were likely reacting to the rapid disturbance and predator presence, triggering their defensive schooling reflexes rather than a conscious rescue mission. Because primary documentation remains incomplete, this account is maintained under a verification hold. In 5th place, near Ocean Beach, New Zealand, lifeguard Rob Howes and 3 swimmers were suddenly approached by a great white shark. A pod of bottlenose dolphins immediately swam in, forming a tight, protective circle around the group for over 40 minutes until the shark departed. Reports published by The Guardian document this dramatic escape. While onlookers view this as a conscious rescue, Marine biologists suggest the dolphins were likely executing a coordinated group defense reflex to deter a major apex predator from their territory, rather than acting out of deliberate human empathy. Number 4. In 2005, a 12-year-old girl in Kenya was abducted and abandoned in the remote wilderness. When search teams located her, they found 3 wild lions standing vigil around the crying child. Instead of attacking, the pride guarded her for over half a day, dispersing only as rescuers approached. Biologists hypothesize the lions may have reacted to her high-pitched crying, misinterpreting the vocalizations as the distress calls of a lion cub, which suppressed their hunting instinct. Because contemporaneous police logs remain unverified, this account is maintained under a verification hold. Coming to the top 3. On September 11th, Blind Office Manager Michael Hinkson was working inside the World Trade Center when the terrorist attacks began that morning. His guide dog, a yellow Labrador named Roselle, immediately rose to assist. As smoke filled the air, Roselle guided Hinkson through a chaotic, crowded descent, remaining focused despite the loud noise, smoke, and panic. She successfully led him and other evacuees directly to safety outside. Behaviorists explain that certified guide dogs are trained to manage obstacles and follow routes, relying on rigorous conditioning to block out extreme environmental stressors and prioritize their handlers' survival. In second place, on September 11th, blind computer technician Omar Rivera was working on the 71st floor of the World Trade Center's North Tower when the building was struck. As smoke and panic filled the stairwells, Rivera tried to untie his guide dog, Salty, to let him escape. Instead of fleeing, the yellow Labrador stayed by his handler's side, guiding him through the crowded, dark descent for 75 minutes until they reached safety. This rescue shows how formal guide dog training and strong handler attachment function under pressure. Certified guide dogs undergo intense operant conditioning to resist extreme environmental distractions, utilizing route memory and a cooperative bond to prioritize their partner's safety, even during a catastrophic disaster. And finally, in first place. In August 1996, a 3-year-old boy climbed a barrier at Chicago's Brookfield Zoo and fell nearly 20 feet, landing unconscious on the concrete floor of the gorilla exhibit. As spectators panicked, an 8-year-old Western lowland gorilla named Binti Jua approached the helpless toddler. She shielded the child from other curious primates, cradled him in her arms, and walked 60 feet to carry him directly to the service gate, where waiting paramedics safely retrieved him. While this action seemed human-like, researchers offer several behavioral hypotheses. Brookfield Zoo archives suggest her responses likely stemmed from maternal instincts, as she was raising a young infant at the time. Behaviorists also point to her extensive training to cooperate with human keepers, alongside her natural primate capacity to recognize distress within her environment. Across all 25 accounts, one truth emerges. Survival is an interspecies effort. Whether driven by deep emotional bonds or ancient instincts, these animals recognized human vulnerability and acted. Their actions prove that the boundary between species is far thinner than science once believed. Empathy is not a uniquely human trait. Which hero surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments.